All right, what's up, guys? VV back with another video. And in today's video, guys, we're going to be going over game 2 of a best of 3 between Black Yellow Luffy and Blackbeard. This is part of the top 16 of U.S. Nationals, okay, or North American Nationals. So if you have not checked out game 1, please do that first, okay? I'll have it linked in the comment section below. Check that out first, because we are going to be doing a lot of referencing back to that game. I don't want to spoil it for you, okay? So with that in mind, today we are going to be doing that. That will be the bulk of today's video, is going to be this game 2 of Black Yellow Luffy versus Blackbeard. But after that, we're going to check out one game on the sim of me playing Blackbeard versus Boa Hancock. That should be a lot of fun. And we'll finish off with the deck list, and we'll wrap things up in that way. Okay, guys, you know what you're getting into. I'll have everything timestamped in the general description. I'll have all relevant deck lists and links in the comment section below. You guys know the drill. If you have any comments, questions, or suggestions, please do not hesitate to put those down in the comment section below, or hop on the VV Theory Discord, and the link to that is in the channel description. Okay? So, and one more thing I want to mention, guys, is don't worry. Very soon, we're going to get back into the normal swing of things on the channel. It's just, right now, we're kind of, this was highly recommended, or I shouldn't say highly recommended, but quite a few people recommended me to go over this series in the last video that I did. I think it was a video on... It was some video I did recently where people were saying, oh, it was the finals game. I went over the finals series as well, and people were like, you got to check out the top 16 game between Blackbeard and Black Yellow Luffy. So that's why we're going back and doing this. I do love commentating over these games, breaking them down, analyzing them, and trying to pick apart all the plays and see what we could do, right? But don't worry, guys. I know this kind of video is not for everyone. We'll be back into the normal swing of things very soon, with some topic of the day, content, VV Labs, things like that. Don't worry. That's coming up soon, guys, but we got to get caught up. It's the beginning of the new year. You guys know how it is. All right. Now, let's do this. Let's get into this game. We've already gone over the first game, and I'm about to spoil it right now, guys. Blackbeard was able to take the first game. Let me go ahead and... make sure my camera looks good. There we go. Excuse me. So Blackbeard was able to take the first game. It looks like Black Yellow Luffy is going to have to make some adjustments here, right? We're going to have to make some adjustments on the fly. This is a best of 3, which is not normal for One Piece, right? That is not normal for One Piece. Let's see what kind of adjustments can be made on the fly. Okay, it looks like we missed turn 1. I haven't recorded back as far as it will go, guys. This is just where the recording started of the game. Turn 1, this time it looks like Blackbeard had to go first. I believe he went second last game. In the first game, but now he's going first. Let's see if that's the difference needed. Also, one thing I really hope I see here is I hope the Black Yellow Luffy gets way more aggressive. That is one thing I really would like to see, is Black Yellow Luffy turn on the gas and say attack, attack, attack. If he turns off our on-play effects, then he turns off our on-play effects. You know what I mean? It's just kind of something we probably just can't play around it. Okay, now let's do this. So turn 1, Blackbeard passed. It looks like they did not trash a card. There's no card down here in the trash, so the leader effect is not active. Turn 1 for the Luffy player. It looks like they played out a Flampe. They're already down to 3 life, and let's see what happens. They have 1 Dawn left for the turn. Let's see if they have any searchers. I see a lot of Luffys in hand, and they're going to play out the Garp. Let me see what all was in that hand. It looks like there was a Gecko Moria. That's unfortunate, but who knows? That might not even matter this game. Okay, so a very good turn 1 for Black Yellow Luffy and going second. I think that's very good for him. Going to take the first hit from Blackbeard. Blackbeard's going to follow up with a Vasco shot, and that's just a very standard line of play, choosing not to use the leader effect, because this is a 4-Dawn turn, but I believe in the first game we did see Kuzana's in the deck, so it might be... Okay, it looks like we're lagging. There's a little bit of choppiness to the stream. But it looks like we swung for 5. The Blackbeard is going to take it. They're not going to block out. They're just going to take this. And then a second Flampe is going to be the follow-up here. So like I said, Blackbeard chose not to use the leader effect this early on. I do understand that. But at the same time, I love the fact that Black Yellow Luffy is saying, no, we're attacking. We're going in. Okay, so with that in mind, Flampe is the follow-up play here. We'll have 3 Dawn left for the turn, and it looks like I can see an Ivankov as the first card in their hand. I don't know how good the quality is for you guys, but that looks just like an Ivankov. So that might be the follow-up here. Gonna draw 2 for the Flampe effect, 1 from life, 1 from hand, or 1 from deck, and follow up the Ivankov. This is a very good start for Black Yellow Luffy, guys. Very good start. I see a Shigan Finger Pistol in hand and a stage, so they're gonna play out the stage first. I really like that. I don't know if we necessarily need to use Shigan Finger Pistol on any of this stuff. None of this stuff is relevant. Okay, so let's see what happens here. We still have 4 Dawn to work with. Gonna use the stage effect. We're going to trash a Van Augur. Gonna do a top 3 search. I see a Tempest Kick, a Lafitte, and something else, guys. It kind of is choppy right there. So I don't believe it's my internet, guys. I believe it's the actual what the stream did. So okay, they're gonna finish up with a 4-cost Burgess, use leader effect, trashing the Shigan Finger Pistol. Interesting. Very, very interesting, trashing the Shigan Finger Pistol. I don't know if I'm a huge fan of that, because we might need that for this next turn here, a 6 Dawn turn for Black Yellow Luffy. Whoops. Okay, there's a little bit of a mess up there. There's the bottom 5 cards. That one goes to him. That was just a quick little mess up. That happens. You got to be very careful with that, guys, whenever you're doing the top searches. Make sure you really separate your hand from the pile you're searching. They're going to grab a Sabo. Love that. Absolutely, we need that. Okay, and what's going to happen here? Okay, and it looks like we are not going to play out the 5-cost Sabo. Looks like we're just going to attach 2 to leader, swing in for 7. Yeah, because we have to gain life anyway, right? We can't risk them getting through by KOing both of our blockers. So I really like that idea there. We'll set the buff Luffy on top there. Oh, very nice. Going to play that out, stick at 1 life, 7,000 power. That means only 1 attack could potentially get through this turn. And if that's the case... Oh, they actually trashed that card and drew from it. Okay, pause. Okay. So that was actually very interesting. I'm very... We got to talk, guys. We got to talk. So, the Black Yellow Luffy player made a very, very strong play here. A very, how do I say this? Like, a very powerful play. Where what they did, they played, so remember, they searched at the beginning of the turn. They attached, so that was 1 Dawn for the search, 2 Dawn on leader, 3 Dawn left for the turn. They're going to play out the 2-cost Luffy right here, and they're going to actually grab a card from life with the Luffy, the other Luffy, and then they're going to trash the last card in their life to draw a card with his effect, buffing him up to 8,000 power. And now we have a 7,000 power leader. We have a 7,000 power leader right now, no life, and no blocker on the board. Okay. Or excuse me, we do have a blocker. We have a blocker on the board, but no life and a 7,000 power leader. And we have a Burgess for the Blackbeard. So let's see what happens here. Watch this. So they're going to go up to 7 Dawn this turn, correct? Yeah, we have 7 Dawn. Wow, I am so surprised right now. Guys, we're up to 7 Dawn. Let me explain something real quick. We're at 7 Dawn right now. So what we could have done, they are KOing with a Shigan Finger Pistol, the 5-cost Luffy. So what I would have done there, I'm not going to lie. I would ask how many cards are in the Black Yellow Luffy player's hand. He probably has a lot because he's gone through Flampe, and 2 searches, and the 5-cost Luffy. I would honestly consider right here going, okay, KO your blocker. You know, actually, yeah, KO the blocker. Like, get rid of the blocker. And what could be done here is with Marshall D. Teach, with the leader, I think you could just dump your hand if you have to, right? You could just dump your entire hand here to fill up your trash to give plus 1,000 more to the Burgess to get him to 7, if not more than that after using the stage. And then load 3 more up and just go 10 at 7 and just get 2K out of hand. I mean, I'm just saying, I know that's a crazy option, but it's like, this was a very vulnerable position to be in. It looks like they are going to go with the safer route here. They're going to go ahead and pop the Luffy. And then I'm hoping the follow-up is swing 7, swing 7. That is what I would do in this situation. Okay, so he's at 7. Let's see what happens. Instead, okay, we have 3 Dawn left. He's counting up his options. Going to play out Lafitte instead. Going to start doing some searching. I don't think we're being aggressive enough, guys, because Black Yellow Luffy is in the exact spot he wants to be in. Black Yellow Luffy, for all for what it matters, they're in the spot they want to be in. Going to really fill up this trash right now, guys. We're filling up the trash like crazy with these events, the stages, the searches, everything. Really good stuff here. Going to grab another Lafitte, it seems like. Okay. Going to choose not to get any 2K counters. Just grab the Searcher. So we're up to 10 cards in the trash. So the Burgess is still at a 7. Trash a card with that effect. And I don't know if we've used the leader effect yet for the turn. I missed it if we have. Going to grab a Burgess. That's a very strong. And here we go. Looks like we're going to trash a card. What is it going to be? What is the card going to be that we trashing the Blackbeard? Interesting. For the leader effect, going to trash Blackbeard. So now Burgess is up to an 8K, and I'm swinging right here. Absolutely, I'm swinging because we have a Vasco shot and everything. 2K counter out because he's a 7K leader, very nice. And now it's back to the Black Yellow Luffy. I have to say one thing, guys. I know that the Luffy had counter power there, but man, it is very tempting in that situation to just pop that to just pop the blocker instead of the Luffy and just swing as much as I can into face, because he still had, so he got his Burgess up to an 8k going into 7. Instead of using all these searches like the Lafitte and everything, I think he could have gone, I think he probably realistically could have gone 9 into 7 and got rid of the blocker, so he had to give a 2k out of a 2k and a 1k out of hand, and I feel like that would have been a really nice play, sitting back on the Vasco shot and going from there. But let's see what happens here. All right, that was very interesting. I'm not going to lie, choosing to do that, but I think the safer play was chosen. Flampe is going to go in and attack Lafitte here, get that off the board, and now let's see what happens next with the follow-up. Okay, we have a Shirahoshi in hand I see up at the front. I also see a 5-call Sabo. This is going to be a very important turn for Black Yellow Luffy. Every turn is important, but guys, this one in particular. Okay, swing for 7. Going to swing for 7 here. Going to play out a Luffy. Going to... it looks like, I wonder if he's going to choose to draw a card again here. I like that idea quite a bit if he does. Okay, he's going to trash the Kuzan, use the Luffy's effect to draw a card, buff it for the turn, but that doesn't really matter for the black matchup. And here we go. We're on 1 life. We're on, I don't think we're on 7,000 power though, are we? Like, we're just on 5,000 power, correct? Hang on 1 second, guys. I have to check something very quickly here. Yeah, we're only on 5,000 power. And we have a liberation in hand, right? I mean, I'm not crazy. I mean, I believe we have a liberation in hand here. So put those there, use the effect, draw a card, and here we go. Let's see what happens now for the Blackbeard player. They have an 8k Burgess on the board. So right here, don't we just do a quick check? All right, okay, well, hang on. All right, so pause. So first we're going to do a stage search. We trash the Van Augur. I see a 2k counter. I think that's a Tempest kick. And a something, I couldn't see what the final card was, guys. I just couldn't see it. Okay, and right here, again, guys, I think it's just always wise to go aggressive into Black Yellow Luffy. I just think that's the way to go, at least when they're at this point. You can't just let them build up into the late game, even if you can turn off the on-play effects. Because the Black Yellow Luffy player is doing a very good job of cycling through their life here and using it to gain life and get these attacks off. Okay, so he swings in for 5 into 5, and they're going to give him a 1k counter. Very nice. And don't we have a liberation in hand? Liberation on for the leader effect. Okay, interesting. So I thought Black Hole is the name of that card. I thought they were going to go, and they have a Van Augur. Okay, interesting. So I'm very surprised here they didn't just try to do what I said, just liberation, just pop the 3-cost 4k Ivankov and get that Sabo out of the game, right? Because if you go in here and get rid of this Sabo, then by attacking in for like 9k with your leader, either A, it's going to eat up 3 cards from hand, right? Or not your leader, excuse me, with the Burgess. Either A, it's going to eat up 3 cards from their hand, or B, it's going to get rid of their Sabo that's in their life. It'll bottom deck it, right? It won't go to the trash. It'll go to the bottom of the deck. So I'm very surprised here they didn't decide to attack into life like that. Excuse me. And just pass. Okay, I'm sorry. We do have to say something now. Just passing, not attacking at all. I'm not a big fan of that effect. Now, we did turn on the leader effect. There's no on plays that are going to happen. But why aren't we attacking for 9 with a Burgess? 9 is a lot easier to counter out of than 5. If he wants to swing into the Burgess, be my guest, and we also have a Vasco shot, I think you just have to take that gamble, right? Because right there, that would have taken, that like almost 1,000,000% chance would have taken his Ivankov. And the way that I think I would have done this turn, instead of playing out the Van Augur, is with my 9 Dawn, I would have played out the other Burgess, not in this particular order, but I would have developed another Burgess this turn. I would have gotten rid of the blocker, because I'd be going straight into face here, and I'd be going 6 at face, and then 9 at face, like how he did here. And, yeah, that's how I would have gone about this. But, okay, let's see what happens. The game's definitely not over yet. But, yeah, especially if you have the... Hang on. I mean, I got to say one more thing, guys. One more thing. They have the Van Augur. So why not just Liberation or Black Hole, the 5-cost Luffy with it? Instead of developing the other Burgess, Black Yellow Luffy doesn't care about attacking into your board. Why not just swing in for the... because this is how the turn could have gone as well. Swing in for 9 with Burgess, right? And then instead of even developing the other Burgess just yet, play out the Van Augur like it was done here. And after you swing in for 9 with the Burgess, they're probably going to block out with the Ivankov. Like 99% chance of blocking out instead of losing their Sabo from life. So instead, you can actually just tap the what's his name, the Van Augur, and black hole the 5-cost Luffy off the board, right? And now he can't draw this card he just did for the turn. So here we go. I'm going to back up a little bit, guys. So now it is the Black Yellow Luffy's turn. They're going to trash the top card of their life with the 5-cost buff Luffy's effect, drawing another card, guys. That's not an on-play. That's an activate main. And now they're going to get a card from that. They get a card into their trash. They're down to 0 life. Their leader effect is live. Yeah, this is looking very good for our Black Yellow Luffy player, I have to say. And this is a 10 Dawn turn. I like the idea. It looks like he has a Gecko Moria in hand, if I'm seeing that correctly. Let's see if he... oh, he's trashing it. Okay. Yeah, he's going to trash the Gecko Moria because he can't get the effect from it, right? And he would like to gain some life this turn. So he's going to play this out. He's going to play out the 2-cost Luffy, popping the Vasco shot, and drawing a card. And let's see what happens now. He's asking for the trash. He'd like to see the trash here. Again, it's kind of choppy. I don't know why it's doing that, guys. My internet connection should be completely fine. Okay, I think he's counting 2K counters. He's counting removal. Like, okay, am I about to lose this Sabo if I slam it down? He's like, let me see one more time. Okay, he sees the Van Augur. He sees like 4 events. I think those are 4 events that remove characters. He's gonna attack for 8. He's gonna attack for 9. Blackbeard's doing some counting here. Okay, gets a trigger. Not a huge deal. It is gonna get a. There's another event, guys. Does not get the event. Gets the 1K counter. Okay, because that black hole was searchable. That is a Blackbeard Pirates effect. Okay, and here we go. He's asking how big are the Burgesses? How many cards are in your trash? They should be at 10 now. So they have +5 each. They're at 10, 10K now. Okay, so I mean I think what is being considered here is slamming down some type of blocker or the 2-cost that can bring a blocker. Let's see what happens here. We do have a Shirahoshi in hand as well, so we can put out some blockers. We're at 7,000 power. Maybe we get out of some of these attacks. Let's see what happens here. I do think we have to just slam a blocker. I do think that is the call here. And one thing I have to say, I think I mentioned this earlier, I'm so happy to see the Black Yellow Luffy player attacking early on, because I think we tried to starve Teach last game, and it just didn't work. Maybe it can work, but it just didn't work last game, or I didn't feel like it did. Okay, so a lot of math is going on. This is a very important game, guys. This is in the top 16 of the U.S. Nationals, or excuse me, the NA Nationals. I like slamming down that card. I really like playing out the 5-cost 6K Sabo blocker, even if it can't be can be removed. Okay, he's going to play out the 10-cost Blackbeard. That seems like the right play here to lock down the Luffy, and now that card also can't get its effect. Okay, let's see what happens here. That Luffy's not going to be attacking, and the effect is gone. He can't clear his life as easily. And what is the Blackbeard going to do here? Honestly, he can't swing with his leader. So you might I would swing with the Burgesses. Yeah, just smash and smash here. Swing 10. Take. Oh, he's thinking about taking this. He has 2 more Sabos in hand, if I'm seeing that correctly, guys. He's got a 1K, 1K, 1K. So, wait, how much is that? Okay, he gave 4 1Ks to get out of a 10. He's going to take that one, keep his board completely alive, and it is... How many... Okay, he asked, how many cards are in your hand? Okay, Rygo, get rid of that card, swing for 7, swing for 8. And that's... Or actually, it'd probably be swing 7, swing 5, swing 7. Yeah, that's the game. GG, great game. That was awesome. Let me go back to the board state just in case people are wondering what happened here. So notice this, the Blackbeard player only has 4 or 5 cards in hand. So it's like, okay, well, I will swing for 7 with my Sabo. That's going to get 2 cards out of hand. I'll swing 7 with the leader. That's going to get the final 2 cards out of hand, and I'll swing 5 with my Ivankov. And remember, the other 6 Dawn went to a Rygo, or a Kingdom Come is what it's called, and it just popped the Teach and GG. Really good game. That is definitely the way to go against Blackbeard. I do think you have to put them on a clock where you're just attacking, and going as wide as possible. That's what I really liked, too, about using this, having the, the Garp on the board, the Flampe. Those are all potential attackers right now, because if you go wide enough, they just run out of answers. They run out of cards in hand and all that good stuff. Probably not the Flampe and the Garp as much, but hey, a 3-cost 4K? Absolutely. That 1 Dawn and you're swinging to get a card out of hand or taking life. Awesome game. So just to sum up this game real quick, guys, just to summarize and kind of wrap it up, before we go into the game of that I have for us for Blackbeard versus Boa, I think this was handled. Number one, I think the pull was probably a little bit better for Black Yellow Luffy. I think this was a great pull for them. Starting off with the double flampe, guys. I don't think Blackbeard can just turn one, drop a card out of hand when they're going first. It's too dangerous. Going down to 4 cards that early. But who knows? Maybe it would have been the right play. And if you somehow could read the future or have telekinesis where you can read their mind and you see their hand, okay, and you see they're about to play Flampe into Garp, yeah, then you would absolutely trash a card because you're trashing 1 card so that they can't draw 3 cards, right? Well, they would draw 3 cards but go down 2, so they're still going up a card in the end. So whatever the case is. Really good stuff there in this game. This was a very good game, and Black Yellow Luffy, I think, handled this perfectly, going aggressive. Attack, attack, attack. I don't think we can just give Blackbeard all day. And hey, adapting on the fly, that's what it is being a good player, and I think the Black Yellow Luffy player did an awesome job in this game. All right, that means we got a game 3, guys. Cannot wait to check that out. That will be in tomorrow's game. Cannot wait to see that. Let's see who goes first. Is it gonna be, is Blackbeard gonna choose to? I don't know if it's like a dice roll every time or if the loser gets to pick. I'm not exactly sure on the formatting for this game because best of 3 is not normal, guys. I'm just gonna be honest, and I don't like best of 3. One thing I wish they would do, and I've spoken about this in the past, they need to implement pre-sideboarding. Best of 1 pre-sideboard. So in other words, this is just an example. Like, let's just say, okay, so this is One Piece, right? We have 50 cards in a deck. Well, here's what would happen whenever the game starts. Start a game procedures. We reveal what leaders we're running, okay? And then what we do from there is we would actually take like a 60 card deck and trim it down to 50 cards. So in other words, a deck size would be 60 cards at that point, trim it down to 50, like force it to be down to 50, and then you could do like it's like a pre-sideboarding function. It's what they use in Flesh and Blood. And for those who might be thinking like, oh, that won't work, well, no, it does work, right? It's not a matter of if it will or if it won't. We know it works from a game that uses it and uses it very well and has heroes in that game like how we have leaders. So it is just something, honestly, they just need to implement. And hopefully they do that in the future. Because I'm going to be honest, I don't like the best of 3 format. I would rather just be one game, you win or you lose, and that's that. But at least let us have access to a 10 to 15 card sideboard, or like a 10 to 12. It doesn't have to be, whatever the exact numbers they can figure out. But for balance reasons, make it what it needs to be, and then we can go from there. All right, great game. Loved it. That was a really good one. I love seeing Black Yellow Luffy in action. Black and yellow are my 2 favorite colors, and this was the Luffy that I was watching for a long time. And I was probably going to main if it had not become as good as it got. I don't like playing the top tier decks. It's like a personal thing for me. I enjoy the challenge of making the lesser, off meta, the decks that don't have a chance. I like to try to give them a chance. It's like a challenge to me. It's what I love to do. But I'll tell you this right now, guys. If I was a competitive player, this was my choice a long time ago. It was blue black Sakazuki before that, and then red purple Law after that, and then black yellow Luffy now. It is what it is, right? Okay, now let's do this, guys. Let's check out a game. We got one game on the sim for y'all to check out. It is going to be a game of Blackbeard, another Blackbeard game, right? Versus Boa Hancock. Okay, this time it's me playing. Whoops, I didn't even make the screen full before I did that. There we go. This is, I've adjusted the list a little bit, I think, to include the 9-cost Kaido, believe it or not, guys. The 7-cost Jack, and I think some of the Hajradins, the 6-cost. It's a 6-cost 7K that can rest your leader and do -4 for the turn. I've been trying some stuff, guys. I've been in the lab, right? We've been cooking, or trying to. Okay, so here we go, guys. Let me make sure the volume is off. Speed is on 2x. Here we go. And now this looks like a very standard hand. I do have Tashigi as a 2K counter I'm messing with. We have Laboon. We have Van Augur. We have the 10-cost 12K Blackbeard. They play out a Sengoku. I'm going to slam a Doc Q, and I'm fine just eating that card up early on. Oh, into another Doc Q. Seems good. And now it's going to go back to my turn after they set the top 5 cards of their deck with Doflamingo. Yeah, big fan of this leader's cool. It's just not as fun as some of the other leaders. The way the way that the leader works, trashing cards, it doesn't feel good, right? It feels counterintuitive, but it's very powerful, obviously. So, guys, they're about to be on a 4 or higher Dawn turn, and I know they're playing 7 Warlords. I see a Sengoku. I see a Doflamingo. Well, guess what? Your leader effects are turned off. Or, excuse me, I keep saying your leader effect. Our leader effect is turning their on plays off. They're not getting any more on plays. They're going to play out a Crocodile just to establish a body. They're going to swing for 5. We get a This Is My Era. We're going to do a top search, and I think we totally whiffed the search, unfortunately. Or did we get a Burgess? No, I think we drew Burgess for the turn. I think we totally whiffed that search, guys. Let me see what was in it real quick. Okay, it was a Laboon. Hang on. We do have to see what it is. It is relevant. They swing in, we get that, boom. Yeah, so Laboon, Tempest Kick, Tashigi. I'm running a lot of cost reduction in this deck, guys. I'm running a lot of cost reduction. Okay, then we draw Burgess for the turn. We're on 6 Dawn. Burgess is not exactly great into blue because of the bottom decking and the bouncing, but it's not like it's a bad card ever, right? It's still a threat that they have to deal with, right? We're going to swing for 5. Let's see what they get here. We're going to -4 to that guy, play out the Dock Q, trash that card, or KO that card rather with Dock Q. Now I have 2 relevant bodies for them to attack into, and I have a Burgess on the board now. So, okay, there goes a Gravity Blade Raging Tiger. They run 7 Dawn. We could have expected that. And here we go, our turn. Very nice. We have Jack here. I'm going to be able to completely clean up this board. I think we're going to tap the Dock Q here, pop Trafalgar Law, slam down Jack, pop the Doflamingo, trashing the Hajradin. We're going to swing for 6, and then we're going to trash a card. They're not, guys, they are not getting any more on plays this game. It's not happening. It's just simply not happening. We're on an 8 Dawn turn. Next turn we'll be on 10. They're gonna Red Rock our Jack, which was a very good option. But hey, guess what's coming next turn, right? Guess what's coming up? They play out a Buggy. They're going to do a top 3 set. They're going to then use Sengoku after. Oh, they can't. Excuse me. All plays have been turned off. They're just trying to fill out the board. It's the only chance they have. Yep. And now guess what? It's going to be. So they were trying to fill up wide unless they accidentally forgot that I turned off the on-play effects. But this turn was going to be, okay, play out Martial D Teach, lock down your character. It can't attack. And now your blocker, you know, whenever you go to attack with your blocker next turn, I can save my Dock Q, and I'm just going to eat up whatever they play. So, very cool version of the deck that I'm working on here. It's not finished, it's not fine-tuned, but we're going to look at that now. Great game, though, to the Boa Hancock player. Really good stuff. They didn't see enough bounce effects. I mean, they saw Gravity Blade. They did see a Red Rock. In their hand, they have another Red Rock, and a Kaido's coming up off the top of their deck. But Red Rock, let me say this. While, yes, it is true, Red Rock would have gotten around this Martial D Teach, you know, they probably should have stuck in the game, actually. I'm just going to say that. They probably should have stuck in the game and maybe attacked into, if they attacked into life, I probably would have taken that and it would have given me another Teach, which that would have been hard to deal with. Or, you know, maybe I'd have countered out and gone about things that way. You never know. Okay, but good game. Let's go ahead and check out the deck list I was running. I'm pretty sure this is it. I have 3 different Blackbeard lists, but I'm like 90% sure this is the list I was running. I'm going to run through the list real quick and we'll talk about it. 4 Laboon, 3 Hajradin, 2 Kaido, 3 Jack. I thought I was only running 2. I'm running 3 Jacks and 3 Hajradin. I thought I was running 2, 2, and 2. It's 3, 2, and 3. And then 4 Van Augur, 4 Burgess, 4 Shiryu, 4 Stronger, 4 Dock Q, 4 of the Martial D Teach, 4 2K Counter Tashigi, 4 Shigan Finger Pistol, 2 Tempest Kicks, and 4 This Is My Age. So notice this one's not really running the Searcher stuff. This is meant to just be a go tall deck. This is go tall.deck. Because look at these cards, guys. Now, against blue, that would be its hardest matchup, right? Because blue has like some of the better removal right now, other than black. But remember, a lot of black's removal is on play. Blue has things like Gravity Blade and, Gravity Blade and Red Rock. But here's the thing. We can turn off on play effects, right? So against black, we're actually typically fine with this deck. But you know, whatever the case is, they could also run Kaido and Jack. But in this deck, I'm running Kaido and Jack. So it's like, I kind of want to fight fire with fire. That's the idea. Tempest Kick is only got a 2 of. This could even be an Ice Age. So there's a lot of things you could do here. But let me say this, guys. Again, remember what I was saying when we were playing? Look at all this cost reduction. 4 Laboons, 4 Hajradin, 4 Tashigi, 4 Van Augur, technically 4 Stronger. I've never used this card for cost reduction. And then 2 Tempest Kicks. I think I actually have plenty of cost reduction. Like, I think this can do just fine. But yeah, we've got the Kaido for removal. We've got Jack for removal. That's another thing I need to probably work into the deck is maybe even the 3-cost Brook. And this is not traditional Blackbeard. So for people who are saying like, well, no, we already know the Blackbeard list. I know the one we already have figured out, right? We already have the Blackbeard list that's been figured out. This is what I've been tampering with that's trying to go a little bit further away from the Blackbeard Pirates theme and just use the good Blackbeard Pirates cards, like the absolute best ones. Like 2K counters that are searchable with This Is My Era. This fills up the trash really strong. It can search for Burgess, and it can search for Martial D Teach. Okay, well, I like that, but that's it. Right now, I just want nothing but the best cards in black that can just do all kinds of cool stuff. Jack, Kaido. This Hajradin's not necessarily one of the best, but it's still a cool card in the deck. This is a card that can go, but I am trying to hit a curve as well, right? We're trying to go going second, turn 1, dock Q, remove whatever they played last turn, let them attack into it, we draw a card, perfect. Turn 2, play out a Laboon or Burgess, whichever one's fine. Turn 3 into Hazardin. Turn 4 is honestly just a play with Jack. You know, you just slam down the Jack and you can do stuff from there. And then turn 5 on your Tendon turn, you have either the Martial D Teach or the Kaido. So that's kind of my logic there. That's what we're going for. And I do like the extra removal. Let me say that. It's something I'm working on. I'm not saying this is the best Blackbeard deck, guys. Again, we know Blackbeard lists that have done very well, that are sticking very true to the Blackbeard type, right? I'm just trying something new here. You guys tell me what y'all think in the comment section below. All right, I'm done. I'm done, guys. Hope y'all enjoyed. Please do not forget to like and subscribe if you've not already. And big shout out to everybody who supports the channel. Guys, whether you're liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, viewing, whatever you're doing to help me out, you know, hopping on the Discord and being a part of the community, submitting Red, Yellow, Sabo stuff, you know, submitting games for review, for the Review My Game, all that. If you're helping the channel out and being a part of the community, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, guys. Or on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays now, hopping on the stream. That's right, guys. Quick reminder, if you don't already know, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday now, from 9 p.m. Eastern to 12 a.m. Eastern, it's a 3-hour window. We're going to be streaming from now on, okay? So come by, check us out, have fun with us, and hang out with us there. So, again, thank you to everybody who's supporting the channel. Big shout out to the VV Pirates Playmat supporters over here. Hope you guys are enjoying your playmats. And then the members page, I'm still working on this, guys. Bear with me. It's been a rough weekend for me at home. But, hey, we're working on the VV Pirates YouTube members page here. We're up to 60, guys. How awesome. Thank you to everybody who has gifted subs and who is becoming a sub, helping me out on the channel. And then last but not least, the patrons. Thank you guys so much. Literally donating just to keep the dream alive, keep it going, you know, keep the channel alive. All right, I'm done. Till next time, guys. Again, please do not forget to like and subscribe if you're not already. And if you guys have any comments, questions, or suggestions, do not hesitate to put those in the comment section below. All right, guys, I'm done. Till next time, peace.